Hello students, welcome to the third lecture on the lecture series on profit and loss. So previously we were doing some exercise problems, and before that what we did was we were covering some basic concepts, and we learned what are the basic type of problems that are usually being asked in various competitive exams. So in this lecture what we will do is we will continue to do what we were doing, that is we will be continue solving exercise problems. Okay, so let's go forward with this lecture. So this is the third lecture in the lecture series on profit and loss, and we will be covering more exercise problems. So let's start with problem number 1. So an item is selling at a price of 360 rupees, right? So this will be what? Cost price. So this will be cost price. Okay, so after 20% markup, so markup is 20%. This means this implies there is a hike in price, right? So this implies new price will be CP, that is the cost price, plus markup price. So how to calculate markup price? So mark price. So markup price is equal to nothing but amount, that is the markup percentage. So markup percentage multiplied with cost price. So this is equal to 20 by 100 into 360, right? So cancelling out the zeros in numerator and denominator respectively, what we are left with is 72. Okay, so this is the markup amount. Okay, so this is the markup amount that we need. Okay, so let CP be the cost price of the item. Okay, so given that the selling price is 360 rupees and there is a 20% markup. Okay, so we can calculate the markup price using the formula. So markup price is equal to what? Cost price plus markup percentage into cost price. So markup percentage is 20%, right? So in the percentage in decimal form will be 0.20, right? So CP is equal to 0.20 into CP. So 1.20 into CP will be the markup price or the final price. So it will be 1.20 into 360 rupees. Okay. So now 1.20 into CP is equal to 360 rupees. Okay. After markup, its price is this much, right? So CP will be what? 360 by 1.20. So this will be equal to 300 rupees. Okay. So this is into CP is equal to 360 actually. Okay. Because we are told that the selling price is this much after a 20% markup. Okay. So after 20% markup, this happened. So this will be the selling price. Okay. So this is not the cost price. This is the selling price. So why this is the selling price? Because it is said told that after a 20% markup, right? So here after is also an important term. If it would be have been told that it is before a 20% markup, then this could have been told as the cost price. Okay. So the cost price of the item is basically 300 because after a 20% markup, it was sold for 360 rupees. So we learned how to solve this kind of problem. So let's go forward with the problem number 2. An item is selling at a price of 600 rupees. Okay. After applying a discount of 10%. Okay. So find the cost price. Okay. So selling price is this. So this is the SP. So let CP is equal to X, cost price is equal to X, because that's what we don't know. Okay, we want to find X. So we'll convert this word problem to an algebraic equation involving X and some constants, and then we'll solve for X. Okay, so this is the rough idea how we'll be proceeding for this question. So given that, so SP is equal to what? Selling price is equal to CP, that is cost price minus discount. Right, or we can also say this as MRP. Right, we can also say this any one of these two. Okay, this is equal to what? So this is what we don't know, right? So X minus discount. So discount is how much? 10%. So this is 0.1 into X. Discount amount will be this much. So this is nothing but 0.9X, right? So this implies that 0.9X is equal to selling price, that is equal to what? 600. So 600. So this implies that X is equal to what? So X will be equal to 600 into 100 whole by 9, right? So this will be 200 by 3 and 200 by 3. So this will be equal to 20,000 by 3. Okay. So CPV is cost price of that item. So given that selling price SP is equal to this much, discount was 10% applied. When they calculate the discounted formula is equal to, so discounted price is equal to cost price minus discount of SP, that is selling price. So CP is equal to CP minus 0.10 into CP is equal to discounted price. So SP is equal to what? This much, that is 0.90 of CP. So after involving the X, okay, what we are left with is X is equal to actually 600 by 0.90. So this will be 666.67. Okay, because this will be what? This implies that CP is equal to 600 by 9 into 100, right? So this is what we need to find out. That will be 666.67. Okay, so I guess there is a mistake down here. So it will be actually 0.67. Okay, so here we will be having point here, okay, not here. So this is the wrong answer. It will be 666.6.7. So 6,666.7 rupees. Okay, this much amount. So let's see problem number 3. An item is sold for 1260 rupees. Okay, so its selling price is 1260, right? So after applying a discount of 15%, okay, so this is the price after applying 15% discount and after a markup of 25%. Okay, so let's see. Let CPV X, because we are asked about the cost price here. Okay, so we assume that the cost price is actually equal to X. Okay, so if cost price is actually equal to X, then after D1, that is discount 1. Okay, what we are left with is after D1, SP will be 1260, not 1260. It will be what? X minus 0.15 X, right? Because we have 15% discount. So after the 15% discount amount will be what? 0.15 into X, that is cost price into 15%. So after subtracting that much from the cost price, what we are left with is 0.85 X, right? So then what happens is we got a markup of 25%. Okay, so in this price, what we get is we get a markup. So after M1, that is markup 1, SP, that is the selling price will be, so 0.85 X minus plus 0.25 into 0.85 X, right? So this amount will be equal to what? 1260, right? So this is equal to 0.85 X plus 0.25 into 0.85 X, right? So this will be equal to 0.85 into CP. Okay, so markup price is equal to selling price after discount plus markup percentage into selling price after discount. Okay, so 0.85 into CP plus 0.25 into 0.85 into CP. So this is equal to 1.0625 into CP. Okay, so 1.0625 into CP is equal to 1260. So CP will be what? This implies that CP will be equal to 1260 by 1.0625, right? So this is equal to 1185.9. Okay, so the cost price of the item will be 1185.9, right? So let's see problem number 4. Okay, a store offered 25% discount on a laptop and it was sold for 750 rupees. Okay, so calculate the original cost of the laptop before the discount. Okay, so let original CP is equal to X. Okay, so after 25% discount, what will be the CP? So after 25% discount, SP is equal to what? X minus 0.25 into X, right? So this will be equal to 0.75 X. So this is given to us as 750. So this implies that x is equal to 750 by 75 into 100, right? So this is what? This is 10. So this will be nothing but 1000 rupees. So the original price of laptop is this much amount. Okay. So before the discount, its original price was 1000 rupees. So let's see problem number 5. Okay. So a retailer marked up the cost price of a smartphone by 40% and then offered a 15% discount to customers. Okay. So if the cost price was 300 rupees, calculate the selling price after the discount. So what we have here is we have a retailer that marked up the cost price of a smartphone by 40%. Okay. So let original MRP is equal to MRP or cost is equal to X. So after 40% markup, SP is equal to what? X plus 0.40x, right? Then what happened is he offered 15% discount to customers. Okay. So after 15% discount, SP is equal to what? So this will be 1.4x minus 0.15 into 1.4x. Okay. So this will be the final selling price after 15% discount. Okay. Over that markup price. Okay. So if the cost price was 300, okay, then calculate the selling price. Okay. So given to us that cost price is actually 300. So this is equal to what? 1.4 into 300 whole minus 0.15 into 1.4 into 300. Okay, so this is nothing but so this will be 140 into 3 minus 150 into 1.4 into 3. Okay, so this will be equal to what? So this will be equal to 357. Okay, 357 will be the answer. So this is equal to nothing but 14 into 3 is equal to what? So this will be 420, right? So minus, so 0.5 into this much, right? So this will be 357. Okay. So let's see. Okay, this there will be a plus right here because this is a what? 15% discount, right? So it will be minus. Okay, so correct. So let's go for problem number 6. So an item was sold at a loss of 20%. Okay. So what is the percentage profit should be made on the same item based on its current selling price to regain the original cost? Okay. So item was sold at a loss of 20%. Okay. So let CP is equal to X. So SP is equal to X minus 0.2X, right? Because the loss will be what? 0.2 into X. That is the 20% is the loss percentage, so its decimal form will be 0.2. So what percentage of profit should be made on the same item? Okay. So what percentage of profit should be made on the same item based on its current selling price? The current selling price is this, is equal to 0.8x. Okay. To regain the original cost. Okay. So let markup be. So markup will be what? So markup is equal to markup needed is equal to x minus 0.8x is equal to 0.2x. Okay. So 0.2x is what we need. Okay. So profit percentage. Okay. So it tells us that. So what percentage profit? Okay. So percentage profit is equal to what? Profit. So profit is equal to 0.2x. Okay. This much amount of profit we need. Okay. On what? On a cost price of this much amount. Okay. So 0.8x. So it will be what? So it will be into 100. So x cancels out. So 1 by 4 into 100. So is equal to 25%. So 25% markup or profit we need on this price so that we can regain the original cost. Okay. So let's go forward with the step-by-step solution. So let's CP the original cost of the item. So given that item was sold at a loss of this, so SP can be calculated as cost price minus loss SP. Okay, so cost price minus 0.2 into CP. Okay, that's the cost price because 20% was the loss. So its decimal form is 0.20. So this is equal to what? 0.80 into CP, right? So now what we want is we want to find the percentage profit needed on the current selling price, that is SP, to regain the original cost price. So CP minus SP. So CP minus 0.80 is equal to what? 0.20 into CP. So 0.80 into CP will be the original price right now. Okay, so P will be 1 by 4 into 100. That this is equal to 1 by 4 into 100. So this is nothing but 25%. So to regain the original cost after selling the item at a loss of 20%, you need to make a profit of 25% or you need to mark up the price 25% on the current selling price. Okay. So let's go forward with the next problem. That is the problem number 7. An electronic gadget was sold at loss of 15%. Okay. To recover the original cost, what percentage profit should be made on the resulting selling price? Okay. It was sold at a loss of 15%. Let CP is equal to X. So SP is equal to what? X minus 0.15X, right? So SP is equal to X minus 0.15X. So to recover the original cost, what is the percentage profit? So we want, so this is the new CP. So CP1, right? So SP1 is equal to what? CP1 plus P1, that is profit number 2. Okay, P2. So profit percentage, P2 percentage is equal to P2. So this implies that P2 is equal to SP1 minus CP1, right? So this is, so SP1 is what? So SP1, this is equal to 0.85X, right? So selling price 1 is X minus CP1 is 0.85X. So this is equal to 15X, 0.15X. So this is equal to 0.15X whole by the cost price will be 0.85X into 100. So this is equal to nothing but 3 by, so this will be 17 into 100. Okay, so this much amount in percentage. So let CP be the original cost piece of the electronic gadget, right? So given that the gadget was sold at a loss of 15%, so here is loss. Okay, so the selling price can be calculated as selling price is equal to cost price minus loss. So CP minus 0.15 into CP, so 0.85 into CP. So now we want to find the percentage profit needed on the selling price to regain the original cost. Okay, so required profit percentage is equal to CP minus SP whole by SP into 100, right? This is the formula. So CP minus 0.85 into CP, so it will be 0.15 CP. So in the denominator, what we have is the new selling price, that is the after 15% loss. Okay, so multiplying with this, what we are left with is 17.65%. Okay, so on the resulting selling price, so 17.65% is the profit that we need to make to get the original price back. Okay, so let's see problem number 8. So an item was sold at a profit of 15%. To achieve a profit of 8% on the same cost price, what should be the percentage loss? Okay, so let the CP is equal to cost price be X, right? So item was sold at a profit of 15%. So selling price 1 is equal to what? CP plus profit price 1, right? So P1. So this is equal to X plus 0.15X, right? So is equal to 1.15X is the SP1, that is the selling price 1. So to achieve a profit of 8% on the same cost price, what should be the percentage loss? Okay, so to achieve a profit of 8% on the same cost price, so the cost price is this much, so their SP expected, EXP, is equal to what? X plus, that is a CP plus P expected, that is equal to X plus 0.08X, right? So this is equal to X plus 0. So it will be 1.08X. Okay, so this much amount of selling price we need. Okay, so the loss price will, the loss percentage will be, so 1.15X minus 1.08X is equal to what? 0.07X, right? So this is the loss amount. Okay, so loss percentage is equal to, we know that, what? Loss by CP into 100, right? So let's go forward with the step-by-step solution. So CP with the cost price of that item. So given that it was initially sold at a profit of 15%, the selling price can be calculated as, but CP plus 0.15 into CP, that is equal to 1.15 into CP. So to achieve a profit of 8% on the same cost price, we need to calculate the selling price for the desired profit. Okay. So desired selling price is equal to cost price plus desired profit. So CP plus 0.08 into CP. So it is 1.08 into CP. So now we want to find the percentage loss needed on desired selling price to achieve the desired profit of 8%. Okay. So loss percentage is equal to initial selling price minus desired selling price. So this will be 0.07 CP. So this is the cost price, that is the new cost price, right? So into 100, so it will be 6.09% approximately. So to achieve a profit of 8% on the same cost price after initially selling the item at the 15% profit, you need to incur a loss of approximately 6%. Okay, so this much amount of loss we need in order to make it the desired, we sell at the desired profit of 8%. Okay. So let's see problem number 9. A shopkeeper sold a painting for 600 rupees and incurred a loss of 25%. So calculate the cost price of that painting. So calculate the loss of 25% of selling price is equal to 0.25 into 600 is equal to 150 rupees. Okay. So selling price is equal to cost price minus loss. So 600 is equal to cost price minus 150, right? So 650 plus 150 will be what? Cost price. So it will be 750 rupees. Okay. So the cost price of the painting is 750 rupees. Okay. This is the CP, cost price. So let's see problem number 10. A trader sold a piece of jewelry for 1200 rupees and earned a profit of 30%. Okay. So to calculate the cost of the jewelry, so calculate the profit is equal, will be what? Profit is equal to 30% of the selling price. So selling price is 1200. So the percentage, the decimal form of the 30% will be what? 0.30. So multiplying these two, we get the profit amount, that is 360 rupees. Okay. So selling price will be cost price plus profit. So cost price is 1200 and profit is 360. So selling price is 1200 and profit is this much. So cost price will be CP is equal to 1200 minus 360 is equal to 840. This is what we have. So cost price of the jewelry is nothing but 850 rupees. So this is the correct answer. So a shopkeeper wants to make a profit of 15% on an item with a cost price of 200. So what should be the selling price? Okay. So calculate the profit amount. So profit is equal to cost price into profit percentage. That is 200 into 0.15 is equal to what? 30 rupees, right? So step 2 is calculate the selling price by adding the profit to the cost price. So cost price plus profit is equal to what? Selling price. So 200 plus 30 is equal to 230 will be the selling price. So selling price should be 230 rupees. Okay, so 230 will be the correct answer. So let's see problem number 12. So a merchant wants to earn a profit of 25% on an item. So the selling price is 500 rupees. So x plus 0.25x is equal to 500. So let's assume that x is the CP here, cost price. So the profit is 25%. So profit amount will be what? Profit percentage? Profit percentage in decimal into CP, right? So this is equal to 0.25 into x. Okay. So this implies that 1.25x is equal to 500. So this implies that x is equal to 500 into 100 whole by 125. Okay. So this will be 4. So this will be equal to 400 rupees. Okay. So this implies that CP is equal to 400. So the cost price of that item is 400. So let's CP with the cost price of that item. So given that the merchant wants to earn a profit of 25%. So you can calculate the selling price how? So selling price is equal to cost price plus the amount of profit. So amount of profit is how calculated? So it is by multiplying the decimal form of the profit percentage with the CP. So it is in whole 1.25 CP or 1.25x. So solving it algebraically, what we are left with is CP is equal to 500 by 125 is equal to 400 rupees. So the cost price of the item will be 400 rupees. Okay. So let's go forward with problem number 13. So a trader wants to make a profit of 40% on an item. So if he sold the item for 1200, then what is the cost price? Okay, trader wants to make a profit of 40%. Let CP is equal to X. So SP is equal to CP plus profit is equal to CP plus profit percentage in decimal into CP, right? So this is equal to X plus, so profit percentage is 0.40 in decimal form, 0.40 into X. So this implies that 1200 is equal to 1.4x. So this implies that X is equal to 1200 by 14 into 10. Right. So this simple is equal to, this will be 7, this will be 6. So is equal to 6000 by 7. Okay, so this will be the correct answer. Okay, this will be the cost price. So let CP be the cost price of that item, right? So given that the trader wants to make a profit of 40%, so you can calculate the selling price using what? It will be 1.40 into CP by using the formula cost price plus profit. Profit is known as what? The profit percentage in decimal form into cost price, and we add up it with cost price to get the selling price. So it will be 1.40 CP. Okay, so now algebraically solving for CP by taking it into the left hand side and putting all the known factors in the right hand side. What we are left with is 857.14. Okay, so the cost price of the item is approximately this much, that is 857.14 rupees. So let's see problem number 14. Okay, so Mark wants to earn a profit of 450 on a bicycle he bought for 600. So calculate the selling price he should set to achieve this profit. Okay, so calculating the selling price needed for a 450 rupee profit. Okay, so cost price plus profit is equal to this much, so this much must be the selling price SP. So Mark should sell the cycle at 1,050 rupees. Okay, to earn a profit of 450 rupees. So let's see problem number 15. A retailer wants to earn a profit of 25% on a set of books with a cost price of 800 rupees. So calculate the selling price needed to achieve this amount of profit. Okay, so since given that CP is equal to 800, okay, he wants to earn a 25%. So SP is equal to CP plus profit, right? So CP is equal to 800, and profit will be what? The decimal form of this. So decimal form is equal to 0.25, right? So this much into 0.25 into what? 800. This is equal to 800 into 1.25. Okay, so this is nothing but what? 800 into 125 by 100. So cancelling these zeros, what we are left with is, so it will be, since this is what, so it will be 1000. Okay, so 1000 must be the selling price. So profit is equal to 25% of the cost price is equal to 200. So cost price plus selling price, profit is equal to selling price. So selling price needed to achieve 25% profit is nothing but 1000 rupees. Okay, so that's enough for now. Thank you.